Hi guys, welcome back. We're going to talk about Chapter 13, Section 2, how fertilization and meiosis alternate in sexual life cycles. To begin, let's go over what a life cycle is, just so we're on the same page. A life cycle is the generation-to-generation sequence of stages in the reproductive history of an organism. Alright, let's review our sets of chromosomes in human cells. This should be a review for you guys, but just in case you're a little rusty. Human somatic cells, that's our body cells, any cell other than a gamete, have 23 pairs of chromosomes. A karyotype is an ordered display of the pairs of chromosomes from a cell. A karyotype is made by creating a micrograph of your chromosomes when they're arrested in the metaphase stage, and it's basically a picture of what your chromosomes look like. It's a micrograph of your chromosomes where they are arranged in pairs, starting with the longest, going to the shortest, ending with your gender determining chromosomes. Results in an ordered display. This is your karyotype. The two chromosomes composing the pair have the same length. They have the same centromere position, the same staining pattern. These are called your homologous chromosomes. Okay, these two chromosomes in each pair are homologous chromosomes, or homologs. Chromosomes in this homologous pair, like I said, same length. They carry the same genes controlling the same inherited characteristics. They even stain the same way. So when you are creating your karyotype, each homolog stains the same as, your pair of chromosomes stain the same as each other. Okay? Here, in your research method, this is showing how a karyotype is made. At the top, it's showing when she takes that micrograph of your chromosomes after they've been arrested in metaphase. It's viewed on this electron microscope that contains a digital camera, and from there, as she gets her photos of her chromosomes, she's able to put them in an ordered pair. Ordered pair is called a karyotype. Here's up close of her digitizing the image of her chromosomes. And this ordered pair here is your karyotype. Notice they range from longest to shortest. With your last one over here, usually it's down here a little bit, but last one over here being your gender determining chromosome. Okay? What these are showing you is a pair of homologs. It's your replicated chromosomes, your centromere located in the same place, two sister chromatids pair, sister chromatid pair here, sister chromatid pair here to make your homolog. Alright, this is a metaphase chromosome. They're arrested in metaphase. Okay? Alright, remember your sex chromosomes are your X and your Y. Females have a homologous pair of X chromosomes, so females are XX, while males have an X and a Y, so males are XY. Alright, 22 pair of your chromosomes that do not determine your sex are your autosomes. Okay? Each pair of homologous chromosomes include one chromosome from each parent. So the 46 chromosomes in a human somatic cell are two sets of 23. One set of 23 from mom, one set of 23 from father. Alright, this diploid cell, which is 2N, so what's abbreviated is 2N, has two sets of chromosomes. So for humans, our diploid number is 46 because we have 23 from mom, 23 from dad. Okay? This should sound familiar. If not, please let me know and I'll be happy to go back through this with you. Let's see. Okay, we're good to go. Alright, in a cell in which DNA synthesis has occurred, each chromosome is replicated. Each replicated chromosome consists of two identical sister chromatids. Alright, looking at this diagram, what it's showing is each of these 6 replicated chromosomes consist of two sister chromatids associated closely among their lengths. These are your two sister chromatids replicated of one chromosome. Alright. Each homologous pair is composed of one chromosome from the father and one from the mother, one maternal and one paternal. In this case, your maternal chromosomes are in red while your paternal are in blue. Notice this pair of sister chromatids and this pair of sister chromatids are the same, so these are your pair of homologs. Okay? You have one from each set, one from mom, one from dad. Alright, each set is made up of 3 chromosomes in this example. Your non-sister chromatids are any 2 chromatids in a pair of homolog chromosomes that are not sister chromatids. So your non-sister chromatids would be this chromatid and this chromatid. Okay? Sister chromatids are attached. Non-sister chromatids are not directly attached. Okay? Alright, a gamete, your sperm or your egg, containing a single set of chromosomes is considered to be haploid. That's just N. So for humans, our haploid number is 23. Makes sense, right? Because diploid is 2N. So 2 times N, which in our case is 20. N is 23. 2 times 23 is 46. So if you that's your diploid state. If you only have your haploid state, you only have N. It's flat out 23. Each set of 23 consists of 22 autosomes and a single sex chromosome. In an unfertilized egg, the ovum, the sex chromosome is X. In a sperm cell, the sex chromosome can be either the X or the Y. So essentially, while you can't fill out an order form for what gender baby you want, whenever you have children, the male is the determining factor on what the gender of your children will be. There's no way to really, not yet in science anyway, I'm not saying it will never be possible, but there is not yet a foolproof method of determining being able to decide which X or Y is donated, but who knows, with science, it could happen. Okay, continuing on, the behavior of chromosome sets in the human life cycle, it's easiest to observe our life cycle because it's something that we can relate to easier. So we'll use this as our working model. Fertilization is the union of your gametes, your sperm and your egg cell. Once that fertilized egg, those 2 gametes come together, that is a zygote now. And it has 1 set of chromosomes from each parent. The zygote produces somatic cells by mitosis and develops into an adult. Okay? So far, so good. At sexual maturity, the ovaries and testes produce haploid gametes. Alright, gametes are the only types of human cells produced by meiosis rather than mitosis. So, mitosis make everything from your cells in your eye, to your neurons, to your muscle cells, to your cardiac cells, your liver cells, your skin cells, your bone cells. Your blood cells are derived by a mitotic process, but it's a little more complicated. They derive from bone marrow, but you know. Fat cells, all of those go through mitosis. Gametes are the only cells in your body that will go through meiosis. Alright, it results in 1 set of chromosomes in each gamete. So where your somatic cells all have 46 chromosomes, all have 2 sets, your meiosis halves that number and your gametes maintain a set of 23 chromosomes. Think about the end game. Fertilization and meiosis, they alternate in sexual life cycles to maintain chromosome number. If you had gametes with 46 chromosomes and those 2 gametes, you had a sperm gamete and an egg gamete both with 46 chromosomes, when that zygote was formed, you would end up with 92 chromosomes, which is not a human, and that's not your goal, because that wouldn't produce a viable offspring. So that's why it's very important that this process, the meiosis process, halves the number and maintains the gamete number at just a haploid number. Okay? Alright. This is just walking through what we just talked about, the haploid and diploid. Haploid is your sperm and your egg cell. Diploid's the zygote. Once you become a zygote, your little single-celled self before your mom knew that you were a twinkle in her eye, you had to start going through mitosis so that you could grow, and then you developed and you differentiated and you became the bundle of joy that is you. But you had to start getting half your chromosomes from mom and half from dad. That's the most important part that you need to realize here. Not that awkward picture. Okay, continuing on. The variety of sexual life cycles. Alright, the alternation of meiosis and fertilization is common to all organisms that reproduce sexually. Three main types of sexual life cycles differ in timing of meiosis and fertilization. We will look at an example of those in just a moment. The most important thing here, maintaining this constant number of chromosomes in whatever organism it is, human, fruit fly, doesn't matter, it's still the goal to maintain the appropriate number of chromosomes. Sorry guys. From one generation to the next. Okay? Meiosis occurs in germ cells during the production of gametes, which undergo no further cell division prior to fertilization. So after fertilization, that diploid zygote divides by mitosis, producing a multicellular organism that is diploid. So your haploid gametes create a diploid zygote that then from that point on stays diploid until you need to create your gametes. But you have specialized processes just for that. So all of your diploid cells, your skin cells, your muscle cells, your neurons, all stay diploid. Okay? Alright, in animals, meiosis produces gametes which undergo no further cell division before fertilization. Gametes are the only haploid cells in animals. Alright, gametes fuse to form a diploid zygote that divides by mitosis to develop into a multicellular organism. Just talked about that. Let me know if this doesn't make sense, guys, but hopefully this is review for you. Okay, this is showing, comparing the meiosis versus fertilization time span for animals, plants, and some algae, and then most fungi and some protists. Notice the amount of time that is spent at the gamete stage varies from each one, but the common feature of all three of these cycles, is the alternation of meiosis and fertilization, the key events that contribute to genetic variation among offspring. The cycles differ in timing of the two key events, but they all have that alternation. The amount of time that they spend in the fertilization side versus the meiosis side, it will vary. A plant is your most even keeled of the two. You spend an equal amount of time between the two. Fungi spend much longer time in meiosis than in fertilization. Okay? So, what this is talking about, it's going to look at that a little closer there. Alright, well, this is talking about plants and some algae exhibit an alteration of generation. This life cycle includes both a diploid and a haploid multicellular stage. The diploid organism, called the sporophyte, makes haploid spores by meiosis. Okay? This is a key difference here between plants and algae and animals, is that at the haploid stage, our cells are we have unicellular haploid stage, where they have a multicellular haploid stage. Okay? Each spore grows by mitosis into a haploid organism called a gametophyte. Alright, a gametophyte makes haploid gametes by mitosis. Fertilization of gametes results in a